federal gun laws concerning convicted felons owning firearms is found under USCA Code 18.22, and it was written in the federal code. The U.S. Congress intended that the FBI, the police agencies, search out and find convicted felons who were in the business of dealing guns underground from state to state, dealing to gang members on a large scale business. This was the only time that the FBI and the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms agencies are permitted to arrest and convict a convicted felon with a firearm. Merely owning a firearm for self-defense and the protection of your wife and children and family is not a violation of federal law. The federal authorities do not have the right to arrest you for merely owning a firearm under federal law. They do it against the Constitution and against the USCA Code 18.22. They're violating their own code because, you see, the code falls under what is called interstate commerce. The only time a convicted felon should be arrested for possessing firearms is when they're in the commerce business, interstate commerce, selling firearms for a living illegally or transporting firearms to murderous gang members. This is the only time that you are supposed to be arrested. Now, what unscrupulous, corrupt alcohol, tobacco, and firearms agencies and prosecutors, federal prosecutors, have done, they have found a loophole in the Commerce Clause, USCA 18.22. They found a loophole that says if the way they define interstate commerce is this way. They can't arrest you, so they find a loophole and they make the claims that since a firearm was manufactured in Massachusetts and you buy it in Texas, you are guilty of interstate commerce because the firearm has been sold from state to state. This is the loophole that these corrupt, underhanded, socialist police state type federal prosecutors are using to arrest a person with a felony conviction merely for simply owning a firearm in his own home for his own self-defense. Now, what you need to do is call your state representative, your state senator, and ask him to help you get a hold of your U.S. senator and your U.S. congressman, and ask your state senator to help you introduce a bill that would clarify what these federal prosecutors can do under the Interstate Commerce Clause. Ask them to ask the U.S. senators and U.S. representatives to specify in the code that after 5 years a convicted felon has his rights restored to him to own all firearms under all federal laws, a complete restoration of his rights to own firearms after 5 years on a federal level. And ask your state senator, your state representative, to visit our website, exfelon.biz, exfelon.biz, and we will point him in that direction. And if you'll just simply take a little bit of forthright action here, you can change these evils and be able to defend your life, the life of your family and your children, by owning and possessing firearms if you are an ex-felon.